Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 2, Episode 6 of Hot Takes. My name is TJ, and as always, I am joined by Sottle. Sottle, how you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. We had a very exciting, very emotional weekend of Grandmasters, particularly in the European region. I think we might have some pretty spicy hot takes to come out of it, so I'm looking forward to getting started.
Yeah, we had a terrible, terrible weekend in America's GM. The play level was just, it was so far below what you'd expect of America's, being the best region and all. Really disappointing. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some hot takes. Shall we, Sottle?
Let's do it.
Hot take number 1. Bringing Bomb Warrior this weekend isn't worth the risk.
Oh, that's a good one to kick us off. I really want this to be true, TJ. Like, people probably heard me say on broadcast that, I really want this anti-Bomb Warrior strategy or something like it to line up in a way that it shakes up the meta, particularly in Europe. But I know Briarthorn had some success with it, but I think overall the jury's still out. Wama failed, Chonsu failed. I personally think that the success of that strategy remains to be seen, and I think we'll see people bringing Bomb Warrior still, and probably rightly so at this point.
You bring up Briarthorn, and you still get it wrong, because everybody in Europe is doing the counter Bomb Warrior strategy the wrong way. They're trying to make these fancy schmancy European, Bomb Warrior counter decks, when all it takes is just take good decks and just jam a couple Cobalt Sticky Fingers into them. I mean, what is this garbage that Warma's trying to bring? Turtle Mage, ooh, Quest Druid, ooh, what a fancy pants. No, it's about playing good decks, throw it in Libram Paladin, hey, counters Soul Demon Hunter as well, throw it in Survival Druid, throw it into Control Priest, and just jam some Cobalt Sticky Fingers in there. That's all it takes. Briarthorn's doing it right. I just think that it's too much of a risk now, because Briarthorn opened up everybody's eyes to the possibility of what could happen to you too if you bring Bomb Warrior.
TJ, I'm so hopeful that you're right, and you make a compelling argument that I'm almost willing to concede this one to you. I really hope we get things shook up for the last week and Bomb Warrior isn't viable. So you know what? You can just have this one. Take it. It's fine. All yours.
Nice. This week could be easy for me. Great. All right, let's move on to hot take number 2. Secret Rogue, the highest win rate deck this season, is underplayed across Grandmasters.
All right, this one's easy. So I'm pretty sure every caster started out being against this deck. We tested it largely. The APAC casters and the Europe casters tested it together extensively over multiple weeks. Pretty sure we were just low-rolling that entire time, though, not finding the resources. Slowly, one by one, we've all come around to it. I've come around to it now as well. I'm having really good success with it on ladder right now. The one last remaining holdout who thinks this is a bad deck still is Raven, and that should tell you everything you need to know. Rogue is good, and it's absolutely being underplayed right now.
I kind of want to agree, but this is hot takes after all, so I'm going to disagree. The argument is that, or the take rather, is that it's being underplayed across GM. And I think one of the reasons why its win rate is so high, why it is the highest win rate deck this season, is because it's being played the perfect amount. There's still players playing it. It obviously has a good sample size. I think it's, probably 100-something games, maybe a little less. But that's a decent sample size of games from this deck. So, honestly, in order for it to retain this high win rate and be this deck that people, look at and respect, I think it actually is being played the perfect amount and is not being underplayed. Boom.
What your numbers are just off. There's over 200 games of Secret Rogue in GM right now, and it's still rocking a 56% win rate. Like, you look at the decks that have more games under their belt but have a lower win rate overall, and your argument just immediately falls apart, right? Like, it's being played less and has higher win rate than the decks that are being played more. Like, this makes no sense.
Well, in order for it to have the win rate that it does right now, it's at the exact perfect sample size that it would need.
What does that even mean?
It should make perfect sense to you, Sottle. I think I'm explaining this very eloquently. Look at how many games Secret Rogue has in sample size right now across all 3 regions of Grandmasters. Are you looking at it?
Mm-hmm. 208.
208. Okay, and now look at the win rate. What's the win rate?
56.7.
Okay. Those numbers wouldn't exist. They would just be gone if Secret Rogue was played more. There would be different would be different numbers there.
There would. That is an indisputable fact of how numbers work. Yes, TJ, you are correct.
One of those numbers, spoiler alert, it's the win rate, would be lower. So in order for it to keep this pristine win rate of, what'd you say, 50 something percent?
56.7%.
It would have to not play many more games, which would mean that it's been played the perfect amount of times across GMs, across all 3 seasons of GMs.
What? You're just making 2 statements and entirely failing to connect them. Like, those are 2 entirely disparate concepts. It could just go up if there were more games. I don't understand what you're saying.
All right, I think this one needs to go to the judges.
Yeah, me too.
Turns out we don't have any judges, so
yeah, that's what
whatever.
I thought.
You can have that point, I guess.
That's sick.
Hot take number 3. TJ is the best Hearthstone analyst.
Oh, okay. All right. I see where we're going with this now. Trying to sow the seeds of discontent between me and my good friend TJ.
Which side you gonna pick, Sottle? Which side you gonna pick?
Yeah. Purely because I think this is far more entertaining. Yes, TJ is absolutely the best Hearthstone analyst. I think he's been doing great work on the Americas broadcast. I think when Turtle Mage appeared early, he put the work in to understand that deck. He was playing it himself. He was talking to top players. He was making sure he could understand everything. He made those Turtle Mage games against Priest very watchable with the high level of analysis that he was putting in. I think it's clear that he's worked extremely hard this season to step up his analysis and be able to keep up with some of the good players there in the Americas region. And yeah, I think absolutely he does deserve the title.
I created this show called Hot Takes. We have done 12 episodes of it now. This is the 12th episode. We did 6 in season 1 and now 6 in season 2. The entire purpose of me creating this show was to bait you into, at some point, admitting that I am a better Hearthstone analyst than you. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw all the points out the window. Who cares? I've gotten the ultimate prize, what I came here for from the very get-go of Season 1. Thank you, Sottle. I know. I am a better Hearthstone analyst than you. And that's going to do it for Episode 6 of Hot Takes. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Outplayed.